The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verses 24 through 26. Suppose there are 50 righteous within the city. Will you indeed sweep it away and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 righteous who are in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing, to slay the righteous with the wicked, so that the righteous and the wicked are treated alike. Far be it from you. Shall not the judge of all the earth deal justly? So the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare the whole place on their account. In this passage, we witness Abraham's boldness and compassion as he intercedes for the people of Sodom. He appeals to God's justice and mercy, showing his deep concern for the righteous. Abraham's plea teaches us the power of intercession and the importance of standing in the gap for others. In our lives, we can follow Abraham's example by praying for our communities, our loved ones, and even those we do not know. Let us be bold in our prayers, trusting in God's justice and mercy to prevail. The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verses 27 through 28. And Abraham replied, Now behold, I have ventured to speak to the Lord, although I am but dust and ashes. Suppose the 50 righteous are lacking 5, will you destroy the whole city because of 5? And he said, I will not destroy it if I find 45 there. Here, Abraham humbly acknowledges his own insignificance before God, yet he continues to intercede with persistence. His humility and persistence are key lessons for us. We must recognize our own limitations while still approaching God with confidence and persistence in our prayers. In our daily lives, let us approach God with humility, acknowledging our own weaknesses, but also with the persistence to seek His intervention in our circumstances. Our prayers, no matter how small we may feel, are powerful and heard by God. The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verses 29 through 30. He spoke to him yet again and said, Suppose 40 are found there? And he said, I will not do it on account of the 40. Then he said, O may the Lord not be angry, and I shall speak. Suppose 30 are found there? And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. Abraham's continued negotiation with God shows his deep concern for the people of Sodom. He is not afraid to keep asking, demonstrating his unwavering faith in God's mercy. This teaches us the importance of perseverance in our prayers and the belief that God is always willing to listen. In our spiritual journey, let us not be discouraged if our prayers are not answered immediately. Like Abraham, let us continue to seek God's mercy and intervention, trusting that He hears us and will respond in His perfect timing. The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verses 31 through 32. And he said, Now behold, I have ventured to speak to the Lord. Suppose 20 are found there? And he said, I will not destroy it on account of the 20. Then he said, O may the Lord not be angry, and I shall speak only this once. Suppose 10 are found there? And he said, I will not destroy it on account of the 10. Abraham's persistence reaches its peak as he continues to lower the number of righteous needed to spare the city. His courage to keep asking reflects his deep love and concern for others. This passage reminds us that God values every righteous person and that our prayers for others are significant. In our communities, let us be persistent in praying for the well-being and salvation of others. Our intercessions can make a difference, and God values each prayer we offer on behalf of others. The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 33. As soon as he had finished speaking to Abraham, the Lord departed, and Abraham returned to his place. In this final verse, we see the conclusion of Abraham's intercession. God listens to Abraham and then departs, leaving Abraham to return to his place. This signifies the end of their conversation, but also highlights the impact of Abraham's bold and compassionate plea. As we conclude, let us remember that our prayers and intercessions are powerful. We may not always see immediate results, but God hears us and values our efforts. Let us continue to pray with compassion and boldness, trusting in God's justice and mercy. Amen.